Welcome back to the Viper Miner channel. What if I told you that you can mine a coin that is profitable off your GPUs and you can be profitable even with a high electric rate? Does that sound interesting? Let's get into it. I have been on the hunt for up and coming projects that I like. And I don't even know how I came across this website. I stumbled across doing some searches and I really kind of fell in love with it. It's my backup to what's a mine, and it's almost as equal as far as I'm concerned to what's a mine. All right, and that is hashrate.no. I've never even heard of the extension NO before until a couple days ago when I found this website. But it's a legit website. Check them out. And you've got some pretty nice tools. I got a bunch of calculators on here, just like what's a mine and miners and stuff like that, and they list out pools. But we're interested in GPUs. We're going to go into the GPU section. And what I kind of like about this is not only do they have AMD and NVIDIA, but they also have Intel GPUs down here too. And what I did is I moved this to the national average of 15 cents. Okay. And it automatically pushes the card that is most profitable to the top of the list. Okay. So right now, RTX 4090 on this new coin, Dynex, well, it's not really new. It's been around for a little bit. Revenue of $1.49, profit of $1.24. $1.24 profit on a 490. Okay, got me excited. 15-cent kilowatt. And I started scrolling through here and I was like, this is looking pretty interesting. And this is the top coin along with Nexa. And not that I'm not interested in Nexa. They got a really interesting project as well. However, I made my bag. I have it set. I'm ready to go. You know, it's an altcoin. And I just decided I'm going to do my bags. And then eventually, stage 2 of this is just eventually mine the most profitable coin to Bitcoin. And either basically turn some of that Bitcoin into ASIC miners or into other things with it. I want to do it my miner and like add some solar and things like that. So I was going through here. I caught my eye on a 1660 Super because I have several rigs of 1660 Supers. And lo and behold, 15-cent profit at 15 cents. Let's move this back to off the national average and put this on my electric rate. And it's going to redo that. 1660 Super. Here we go. 21-cent profit. 21-cent profit per card per day. In today's environment, I'm ecstatic about that. Let's crank this up. I believe Chump Change is actually multiple times said his electric rate is 25 cents. Let's see if there's anything profitable at a 25-cent electric rate. 490s are on 2 different coins. 3080s. Here we got oh, that's a 3090. Sorry. 16, I can't talk today. 1660 Supers at a 25-cent electric rate is profitable by 6 cents. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let me repeat that. A 1660 Super with a 25-cent per kilowatt hour electric rate is profitable on Dynex coin. Profitable, 6 cents. That is 6 cents after paying for the power for that card to run. Okay. 3070, 1 cent. Okay. And that's, then we're starting to negative. Break even would be A2000. And this looks like it's probably the 6 gig. All right, so let's go back to the national average here. All right. Now we always do our testing like on a 3070. So let's go find a 3070. Here we go, 3070, 15 cent profit. We're going to click into this real quick. And it gives you multiple coins here. And this is what I really, really like about this. The website gives you multiple coins here. And you can easily go down through here and you can see my profitability, Dynex on a 1660 Super at 15 cents. Profit is 1.5. Oh, interesting. I don't recall. Maybe I'm so new to this website. I just don't recall seeing the 2 lines here. I thought it was 1 single line. So what I'm seeing here is, so you're using power, 59 watts on the 1660 Super. Revenue at 37 cents, 15 cent profit. At 1.4 kilowatts, which is a 24-hour rate for running the car. If you ran it for 24 hours, you would make revenue of 43 cents and 22 cent profit. Not bad, not bad. Ladies and gentlemen, we found a coin that we can mine on our GPUs and be profitable. Profitable all the way up to 25 cents and beyond. Probably 26 cents is breaking even. That's incredible. I'm ecstatic. And then it goes on. So you can see here, Nexa is really, you're losing a little bit. So the 1660 Super, the only option to be profitable is this Dynex coin. So this is how I found Dynex, by the way. If you go to their website, what is it? It is the world's first decentralized neuromatic profit supercomputer platform. Basically, that's a fancy way of saying open AI, biological kind of engineering. There's a Moore's law is like start and end. And so what people are looking at, our engineers are looking at, is traditional hardware design, and then looking at how the brain works and how the biological systems work in a human body to design hardware, and basically not quite quantum computing, but something like that. It's really cutting edge. It's really kind of neat. And being a total tech geek, I sat up when I first found this all night long and just read the whole thing. Like I said, my wife works nights and she goes, "What are you still doing up?" I was like, deep dive into something. Anyway, so this is really kind of nice. Now, this is not a traditional proof of work coin. It is, let's get the word in here, proof of useful work, which is really nice. Now, why is this so profitable compared to, say, Nexa, which is really close, but this is beating it, right? This is profitable because the way it mines by using your VRAM on your video card. This is very important, okay? So we want to shut our core down and try to draw as least power from that and run the algorithm runs on the VRAM. So basically it runs calculations on the VRAM. So the speed of the VRAM has some variance on your hash rate. So GDDR5 to GDDR6, there's an improvement, a slight improvement. I mean, it's not major. And then there is another improvement from GDDR6X or 6 to 6X. And that's like the best right now that you can go out and get. And all the 490s, I believe, are GDR6X, and that's why. And I did find out in my own testing, if you have Hynix memory, it seems to do a little bit better on Hynix memory. Okay. This is not your traditional miner. Okay. So the overclocks are really weird. I will go over those as well. The other thing is they have their own algorithm. They built their own algorithm for this point, and the way it interacts with the rest of their project and their hardware and their chip. They have a Dynex chip that they use, and from what I can gather, they're like trying to use the VRAM to do calculations off the go to feed more information to their chips. Nice thing about that is we're actually contributing to something that could really be really awesome, right? Could really help mankind in a lot of ways. The other thing too is that because they have their own algorithm, there is no miner out there that handles this algorithm except theirs. They wrote their own miner for this. Okay, so we have to do a lot of special setup in HIVEOS to get this to work. It's easy once you figure out how to do it, once somebody walks you through it. I'm going to walk you through it because when I first started looking at this coin, every YouTube video, every article was in a different language than not even Spanish, right? I have a little bit of Spanish background. I could translate some. I can get a friend of mine to translate it. But this was in Arab, it was in Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Russian, you name it. It was not in anywhere close to something I had really available access to friends to translate. And not all of them had closed caption. Only one had closed caption, and it really just talked about the project and didn't really tell me how to mine it on HIVEOS. So I thought this would be a great tutorial video to do. Now, I can hear people in the comments out there, and if you're rude in the comments, I will just automatically delete you. But why am I doing this? Why am I not just keeping this to myself? I can hear it now, Viper, you're gonna send the hash rate up. This is about a community, and I'm trying to help you as well as me, and I try to be transparent. I tell you what I'm mining. I tell you what if I sell something. I tell you what bags I'm holding. Why would this be any different? If this helps you and your family, then that is music to my ears. Okay. Now, first step we're going to need is a wallet. There is only their wallet, and there's two ways to do their wallet. You can spin up a node, which is going to be beyond the scope of this video. I am thinking about actually spinning up a node and solo mining to it. So if I do that, I will definitely do a video on that as well. And then there's this mobile browser version of it's not even a core wallet. I wouldn't even call it a core wallet. It is a mobile version of a wallet. And you'll see here in a second why I say that. So basically you go to their website. There's a link on their website off their main homepage. I bring into that. Get GNet, DNX is their ticker symbol. So you go get the wallet. And then it talks about their wallet. And so when they call it a mobile wallet, I was really confused. I kept trying to scan this barcode here. That's not, this is for two-factor authentication, which I highly, because of how this is, highly recommend you set that up. Okay. But basically, and they're telling you to use Google Authenticator. My experience, you guys do what you want to do, but I find the Google Authenticator crap. Use Authority. It's Authority, Authy, AUTHY is the app. And it's rock solid. I love it. I use it for all my stuff. Okay. All right, so you have to go to this wallet here. I'm gonna say create wallet. So you're gonna create wallet, and then you're gonna put an email address, type in passwords. And then once you're logged in the upper left-hand corner, it'll say add 2FA, click on it, add it, scan the barcode, and you're golden. And that's easy. That's the easy part. Let's get to HIVEOS. All right, so here is, let's go over real quick. This is my Lantian. This is all 2060s. This is 6 2060s. And you're gonna, there are people out there say, hey Viper, you're mining, your CPU mining as well. That's not good with the this algorithm. I found it not to be a problem, at least on my AMDs. They have a really good, robust Discord server that you can get off their website, where you can get a lot of information off of it. Just be careful. Some of the links out there that people are throwing out there, they're gonna steal your website, your wallet, everything. And just be very, very careful. I saw some bad apples in there already, and even the team is warning you of not to just follow any given link. Some have said that if they have more than 8 or 12 GPUs in their rig, that they had to split the GPUs because it just couldn't keep up. This processor couldn't keep up with the calculations that were being transmitted back and forth to the server. I haven't found that to be an issue, and I ran 12 hours one way and 12 hours the other way and had absolutely no difference, and really no errors. Now you'll notice that it says 97.6%. It's like giving you a hash, rejection rate. Yes, you get 72, but every time you tweak this, it goes down. And it takes a day or so to come back up. It is a really funky algorithm. Okay. So I am getting 35.6, 35.8. Of course, this is silicon lottery as well. But looky here, 41 watts, 44 watts, 48 watts, 62, 64, 63. And this is pretty, I mean, I know HIVEOS is not really good with NVIDIA power things. This is actually pretty good. At the wall, I am pulling 498 to 520 watts. And the thing that I notice in this algorithm is that the power fluctuates. Like you just notice this was 44 and it just jumped to 60 as we're recording here. It jumps up and down and it fluctuates up and down. So I'm actually doing a test. I just reset. I did it at 3:15 today. I'll do it at 3:15 again tomorrow. I want to do an average and reset my DROC meters for my calculating my total kilowatt usage. So I want to see if it really averages out to 500 watts or less or more, see what my actual power usage is. Now, I know I can get rid of the fluctuation. I think if I can core lock these inside the flight sheet, their nomenclature, their commands are not the same as typical. You can pretty much guess everybody else's. If you go to BZ Miner or T-Rex or everybody else, they're all real similar, dash M, K, CK, CLK, and then a number. They're not. I did find one site somewhere on a Discord server or somewhere, somebody talking in another language that had the codes, and which that I could figure out. I don't know what I did with it. So I have been trying to figure out what that is and hunting it down. So if you did come across that, share it in the comments. It'd be really nice for everybody to know, because I think that would even out this power fluctuation that we're seeing. But even with the power fluctuation, I think we're so far ahead. Okay, before we go and make our wallet and flight sheet in HIVEOS, we need to know what pool we're going to go to. There's only a handful of pools. There's 7 pools. So you can see I just went to mining pool stats.stream to get the pool. And the only US base pool is ERGO pool, ERGO pool, 1% prop. I don't know if this is right or wrong. This is 99%, 99%, 100%. I think it's they don't want to. They're not. So I don't think you can solo mine to their pools. You need to set up a node on your own if you're going to solo mine, and we'll do that in another video. But once you click on that pool. And no matter which pool service you click on, they must have gave the software to the pooling companies because it's exactly the same, literally the same. It's getting started. And you're going to need a couple things off of here. Okay. You're going to need this US stratum. And if you go down here, there is a HIVEOS config and download. You can download this. Oops, I just tried to download this. You have to upload the package into your server, your rig, your HIVEOS through SSH, and then run this. And I tried it twice. I had to rebuild my server twice. Luckily, I have copies of I have mirror images of the disk. I just mirror it back. So I didn't do it. I'm not doing it that way. I'm not going to show you how to do it that way because it failed twice for me, and I don't want you guys to have a problem. But we need some information from here, so you need to call up this section underneath getting started. Okay, you're just going to create a wallet like you normally would. You're going to go NDX. What is it? DNX. I don't know why I want to do it the other way. Type in your address that you get from your mobile wallet. Give it a name. Hit create, and you're set to go. That is like any other wallet that you've created on HIVEOS. Nothing new there. Then you would just go here and create a flight sheet. But I'm going to actually go in because I have my flight sheet created. This way I can show you. And I will leave links to everything in the comments that you need. And watch for a special notice because I believe the GitHub, there's a special character or a character I won't be able to do that. So I'll throw a special weird character in there and tell you to replace X character with whatever command. And this is going to seem a little daunting, but it's not. It's real easy. You're going to follow what I'm doing, and you're going to copy and paste. It's going to be easy peasy. Because when I was trying to find all this was in a whole bunch of different languages, and it was just horrible. Makes me want to learn 10 more languages. All right, so you may or may not have a CPU mineable coin down here like I do at XMR. I don't have a problem mining on the CPU. Like some people say that they got to have their CPU dedicated to doing this, otherwise they can't keep up. Some of them, people are saying, 12 GPUs, 10 GPUs, 8 GPUs, they got to split them. And they're having issues trying to keep up. I kind of suspect they're maybe on mining boards, and I don't have any of those. And so I have, Ryzen CPUs in my units, so they're very powerful in a sense. So that's why I do CPU mine, because I didn't want this. It's on doing very little work for the GPUs, and it has no problem keeping up whatever the GPU software is doing now, and XMR software. So you're going to select your coin here, which is already in here. Like I said earlier, look at the wallets. So HIVEOS has got the coin. That's easy peasy. You're going to select your wallet. I called it browser, real original. And then pool, we're going to say configure and pool. Okay. And we've done this before, like with ice mining and stuff like that with the Tong coin. However, I don't think I've done a video as a using custom miner. So you're literally going to have to go through here and you're going to go find custom miner, which I don't know if it'll be showing up on, yeah, there it is. Okay, so basically custom miner lets you custom everything. And here's the secret sauce. So the mining software that they use is called Dynex solve, like solving an equation. So you're going to put the miner name in there, all lowercase. And then you're going to grab the miner software from their GitHub. And it's going to do that on the fly to grab the GitHub. And what's really, really nice about that is if you think there's a new version out there, you just unseat that flight sheet, reseat it, and she'll regrab the the new minor version of it. And the beauty of that is it's put in always in the same directory, so you don't have to worry about having like multiple copies of it or anything like that. And I'll have this link down below in the comment section. And I think, I don't know if it's the backward slashes or something in here. It usually gives me a problem trying to put a link in YouTube. The algorithm you're going to select, it is in here. So you're just going to select that algorithm. Okay. The percent wallet, that works just fine. Just like normal. And then the pool stratum. So you're going to go back and get your pool stratum, which is pool stratum. All right, so you're going to put this pool stratum in the US. Now, if you're in the EU or in Asia, you're going to use the other ones. And then here's the port that you're going to need. So all hardware, basically all your hardware is here. Okay, so that's the information you need from yours. And you're just going to copy and paste that. And we're going to go in here to the pool, and we're going to put the DEX, the Dynex.us, ecopool.com, and looks like this one's on 1966. I was doing testing across multiple rigs. And then percentage worker is the same as before, and that's your password and it's your worker. That's how it will identify each of your rigs. Otherwise, it'll look like it's one big rig, and the mining software, or not the mining, but the pool software gets all screwed up. Then there's some commands down here that you need to have. And you're going to say -node-CPU. You do not want the CPU working on this algorithm. It will crash. It originally started out as a CPU mineable coin and has moved from that. Okay. If you use the GPU and the CPU, you will lock your system. So you got to say no CPU for this. And then if you have more than one GPU, you're going to say -multi, MULTI -GPU. This is what uses all your GPUs on your rig. And then this is the lab endpoint. You need to have this typed in correctly and gone through in here. There are people that they don't have this, the flight sheet set up right, and they get locked out of the pool. And if that happens to you, don't panic. All you have to do is basically disconnect that flight sheet, wait 15-20 minutes, reconnect the flight sheet with the corrections, and start up again. Okay. That's it. Now, I want to be able to put the clocks. I want to core lock in here and put the clocks. I just don't know what the commands are yet. So if I get those commands, I'll do a short video and get you the commands. Okay. And then you would say create flight sheet, and then you would launch the flight sheet. Now, because we are going to the GitHub and downloading the software and installing it, when you hit to the moon, that little rocket ship, it is going to take some time for it to do that. And then it's going to tune each and every video card, every single GPU, and it's going to calculate everything. That's why every time you switch or change something, this ratio goes wonkers. Okay. But it's really not going wonkers out on the pool. And it's just how the software works. Let's go into, okay, so one Hive's starting up now. Now the thing here that you also want to look at is, here's my overclocks. Now, I tried -1500. That's way out to lock, and it worked, but it really didn't, at least on the 26, and these are 2060s KOs, and they act a little different because they nerfed them because it had the 2060 Super turned on, and then they made a mistake. They wanted to change. I don't know what they did. But there's a video I did on overclocking the 2060 KOs, and I went through the explanation of what EVGA did. But I noticed that my power was still pretty high. And so I tweaked around, played around, and really what I found out was I just went positive 1500, and it worked great. Setting the memory down at 80, any lower the card crashes, but I want that as low as I can, because you basically just want to sit in idle and let it run, the software run, and use the video card memory. And then this is the lowest power setting I can get on my KOs, which you see here. So if I tried to set this to 100, it would actually air out. I set my power limits, even though this is nowhere near 125, because if something happened to the card or the algorithm and it went bonkers, HIVEOS may have a chance to be able to limit that power outage to 125. So this way I'm not overloading a power supply or a GPU riser or anything else like that. I do that for all my cards, even though I'm core locking it down, the memory's down to something that the card won't even allow you to do, right? Let's see if Hive's ready. Okay, so we go back to HIVEOS now, or HiveShot, I mean. We go in here. And if you don't know about this command, I'll give you a little secret here. Most people just type miner, and you get miner, but I have two miners running, right? So if I type in MOTD, and then space watch, come on, and all lowercase, you'll notice I have custom miner. So if I had like BZ miner or TRX running as a first miner, that would be here instead of saying custom. And it's in order of your flight sheet. So top bottom from your flight sheet. And you'll notice number 2 is my XMR rig. And what you're seeing here now is it's giving me the atomic state update, the stratum, and it's going through, and it says, okay, accepted pool, blah, 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 goes through. But what I'm really interested in seeing is this information that's coming through. So GPU 4 steps 61.80 sec. This keeps changing. We're going to get our GPU here. GPU 52.2 secs, flops my kiloflops, my hash rate equals, and so that is my hash rate. That's matching just fine. Overall GPU, that's the star, 215.274. So if I were to go out back to my rig, 215.0, they do one digit here, but I never find this to ever be accurate. Always the first part. So I'm matching it just fine. Now you'll notice also on my graph here, so I was getting a little bit better hash rate. My core clock being set to 1400, somewhere between 1370 and 1400. I got a little bit better hash rate, but I burned a lot more electricity, and it's all about efficiency right now. And so what I did is I bumped that back to 1500. So I lost a little hash rate, not much really. I mean, in the scheme of things, if you think about it, 270 versus 215. Excuse me. Yeah, I know a lot of people say, oh, you get every little. I used to be that when I first started mining. Be efficient. Red Fox is always about pushing efficiency, and he's absolutely right. It's easier on your cards too. Your GPUs last longer that way too. All right. That is it for this video. I will leave links to the website. Please use Dynex's website to go to your mobile wallet, because it's a website. Make sure you go directly to that link. Don't use anybody else's link. Don't just go to the website. And in fact, I even encourage anybody that's starting out, if you do not know the website and or even you're listening to some YouTuber, because unfortunately there are just bad apples out there. If you go to some place like CoinGecko, a respectable place to go, right? I'm not sponsored by them. Love to be sponsored by them, but if you go to CoinGecko, you'll see website, and this is a legit link to that coin's website. They always have, if they got a website, they got it on there. If they got a Twitter handle, they got it on there. Okay. And you can go, then you're in the right place. You're absolutely in the right place then, right? And then you'd come in here and go to get Dynex and get my wallet, and I would go get my wallet then, right? And good reminder right here, please make sure you got your two-factor authentication turned on for this. This is not that secure of a wallet. In fact, I think so many people are actually on this coin now, and the wallet actually had maintenance most of the day today. Payouts are minimum 10 Dynex coin on the pools, and you can go up to as much as you want. However, this is all brand new. Recommend is not keeping a lot of coin out there. And what I am doing right now is I am pulling that in. I built a small bag, so if this actually shoots to the moon, I'm a happy camper. Where I've talked to some people that are, traders in the stock market, and we kind of analyze what this space would be and where we think the price is going to go. And I am not going to say a price. Don't ask for a price. I'm not trying to pump anything, and so I will never say that. But then I am then going to, I'll be in stage 2 now, and that is basically I'm going to be selling off then my extra that I make on Dynex and converting it to Bitcoin. And I might even convert it to, say, Flux. Flux is pumping, but with the halving coming, you're not gonna earn as much. But I would love to get another node, maybe even a Nimbus node, another Nimbus node, and then so I can actually get there a lot faster if I mine this, convert it to Flux, get my Flux node. All right, guys. So if you have questions, leave a comment below. I'll try to get to them and answer them as best as I can. I am starting to look at maybe doing a Discord server because the comments in and out of the YouTube video are just, there's so much spam already. I'm not big. I'm a small guy. They're spamming there, and it's a pain in the butt to go and keep pulling those out. I might actually turn those off and direct you guys to Discord. What do you guys think about maybe a Discord server? But definitely be profitable with this. Go get some money and be safe. God bless you guys, and have a great upcoming weekend.